Chapter 2, Jewish Education. The importance of education in Judaism. If Romans took pride in the army and Greeks in philosophy, Jews took pride in religious education. Josephus, a first-century Jewish historian, wrote, "We do not allow any child to remain uneducated. Above all, we pride ourselves on educating our children in our law." Against Appian 2:25. Education was not only for elites. Every family carried responsibility. Even small villages in Galilee had forms of school connected to the synagogue, which functioned as a worship center and a community learning center. Education at home. At about age 5, children learned at home. They learned the Shema, Deuteronomy 6:4-9, heard Bible stories, sang psalms, learned simple prayers. "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and with all your might," Deuteronomy 6:5. This verse formed foundation for education. Love of God was not an idea, but daily practice passed on from father to son. Beth Shefer, House of the Book, ages 5 to 10. Around age 5, Jewish children entered Beth Shefer elementary school, led by a teacher connected to the synagogue. The only textbook was the Torah. Students memorized the 5 books of Moses through oral repetition. The first day of school included symbols, a tablet brought with a phrase about God's law, then spread with honey. The children licked it to taste the sweetness of the word. And I quote, "It was sweet as honey in my mouth," Ezekiel 3:3. The goal was not only to know the law, but to desire it and love it. Beth Talmud, House of Learning, ages 10 to 13. From age 10, especially boys, moved into higher level. They studied the prophets, the writings, they focused on questions and discussions. They learned to think exegetically, not only to memorize. A rabbinic saying summarized the culture: "Do not ask what you learned today, but rather what good questions you asked." The classic example is Jesus at age 12. Luke 2:46-47 describes him sitting among teachers, listening and asking questions, astonishing everyone with his understanding. Beth Madrish, House of Study, ages 13 to 15. In adolescence, only the best continued to Beth Madrish, where they began rabbinic debate and learned to apply the law to practical cases. This stage prepared them to become direct disciples, Talmidim, of a rabbi. Talmid, a rabbi's disciple, ages 15 to 20. A Talmid was not a part-time student. He devoted his life to become like his rabbi. He followed him everywhere, imitated his speech, gestured, and showed deep respect. Pirkei Avot 1:4 again. "Cover yourself with the dust of your rabbi's feet and drink in his words thirstily." Biblical examples. Paul, "I was educated at the feet of Gamaliel," Acts 22:3. Mary sat at the Lord's feet and listened to his teaching, Luke 10:39. This is striking because women were not usually admitted into rabbinic circles. Lesson for us. Biblical education begins at home. Parents are the first teachers. Memorizing scriptures matters. The Jews memorized Torah without having personal copies at home. Today we have easy access to Bibles, yet often read it superficially. Good questions show a mind trained to think biblically. Jesus did not only answer, he asked questions. Not everyone became a Talmid, only the best continued. Yet Jesus chose many who had been left behind, highlighting God's grace.